Alright, I am back. Let's get you all on live scene for a live scene for no window. There we go. Let's take a peek at the spline, see where it got messed up. May have to take half of it back out and put it back in. I have no idea why this corner got messed up. So let's head over here. So that corner is straight. Yeah, I have no idea how we ended up with an extra point over here. If we take that point and I delete it, where does that put me? Let's delete that point, and I think that may straighten us out. We'll see what the traffic looks like when we go back in the map, but I think that may have done it. Just to follow this loop all the way around. So it looks good there. It looks good around here. Start and end still connected. Let's make sure it didn't mess this other corner up. So this corner looks fine. This corner now looks fine. This corner's messed up a little bit now. Can we move this point out just a hair? I can. Alright, let's try that. So that should fix that traffic spline. Fix the lighting on the mill. Let's go look at the mill and see why the lights are on during the day. Where is the light? Alright, so we have lighting. Lighting is missing the user attribute. So script callback on create. Let's add that in and let's grab, I don't have one open, let me grab Notepad++. Let's grab this user attribute and throw it in here. So that should take care of the lighting there. So we'll check that, make sure it's done. Traffic spline might be done. And that's all, everything in the map I need to take care of. So let's save this. And that should fix everything I saw in the map. The rest is a couple XML fixes. And we'll make sure it works with my save I started earlier. Come on. Alright, so that should take care of all the map work. Let's jump into XML for fill types. I'm going to find stone. So let me do control find stone. Oh, come on. There we go. This needs to come down a little bit. And then I need to take washed stone. And I want to double this. So washed stone will sell more for more than the regular stone. So let me get that one off the list. What else did I have to fix? Stone processing plant. So Hidden Lake, Placeables, Global Company, stone processing plant. Water needs to go to 1,000,000 liters. So that one's fixed. And now we have to find the animal husbandry XML, which I can never remember where it is. I think it's the animal husbandry XML. Maps, placeables, no. Oh, let's do it the hard way. Animal. Need the animal. Well, maybe not. Building shader, building shader. Sheep husbandry. Alright, what XML am I looking for? Husbandry animals. Where is the... Maybe it's not this one. Price per day. Buy price, sell price, transport price. This is what I want to bring down. I only want to do... Alright, horses. What do you want to charge for a horse to bring it to the stable? 25 instead of 500. Or do we want to go a little bit less? Let's go like $10 per animal. I'm going to change these to 10 on horses. So you go to 10. You go to 10. So we were charging $500 per animal to buy them at the animal pen. You come down. You need to come down. And you need to come down. So that's all the horses. A cow. So what do we want to charge per cow to buy them at the barn? I think it's the same thing. We're going to go with $10 per animal. And now we'll throw this back in game and jump back in. Let's go 1, 1, 1. Alright, that takes care of the cow. So what do we have? Sheep. Sheep are also they're at $200 per animal to buy them at the pen. Or not to buy them at the pen, the delivery fee to buy them at the pen. Bring those down. What do we have next? We'll bring the pigs down as well. I hate transporting animals around. Alright, so bring those down. What do we have? Chickens are at 10. We can leave those alone. Ducks, let's bring the ducks down. What do we have? Let's bring the goats down. These were set really high for the islands map. to encourage you to drive them, but it didn't work out. Bring the dogs down. And then the donkeys were at $1,000 per animal to purchase to have them delivered. So that was ridiculous. All right, so that's going to reset all of the animal prices when you buy them at the pen. That's all I had on my to-do list that we needed to fix from this morning. So let's jump back in here. Let me delete this cache file. Let's delete that cache file. Do I want to save that one? Yeah, let me take this one and trash it. Let me take this one and save it. That'll be my backup. And let's zip this back up. Then we can jump back in and do some more testing. Hope everyone is doing well today. Sassy155, hello again. 1018, hello. Thanks for stopping back in. I think I got everything on my to-do list from this morning fixed. We'll see if that fixed the traffic spline. If that doesn't fix the traffic spline, we're going to go in and I'm going to delete the entire traffic spline and put the entire spline back in. But that's like, I'll do that off camera. That's like an hour project. Alright, let's copy this. Let me throw it in my zipped folder. Let's overwrite my save from this morning. And let's jump back in here. And we'll see if it works with the existing save. So I was using number 13. Let's jump back in there. I'm going to throw you all on live scene. There we go. And hopefully we won't have any issues with our existing save. And hopefully that fixed our traffic. Oh, I need to put a sleep trigger down because we're going to end up at the back at the vehicle shop. There's no sleep trigger built into the map. You have to put your own down. Alright, I am going to just sit here for a second. I am going to check the log real quick and make sure it is still error-free. So just bear with me. And make sure that this didn't mess up anything that we've already had. Oh, nope, and the log is still error-free. Alright, that is awesome. So let's jump back over to, where were we? We left off with, let's grab the cedar. Oop, crap, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to jump in it. There we go. We're going to throw barley in this field. And I'm going to see how the help does on this field without doing a headland. So let's get this guy lined up. And we'll set him off and see what he does. And we'll take a look at this traffic spline, see if it's messed up. Or if it's fixed. Alright, let's hire... Whoop, I didn't want to jump out. Hire worker. Now I want to jump out. Let's grab a little bit of speed because I hate walking slow. Alright, now traffic. How are we doing on this corner now? Alright, I'm going to go up a little bit higher on my speed. Let's take a peek at this corner. So this right here was where they were messed up. We just need to wait for another car to come by. Make sure they're not driving here in the grass. Of course, now we want to check there aren't going to be any cars that drive by. Let's go into flight mode for a minute so we're not sitting here on the ground. Come on, where are the cars? Just because you want one, there aren't any. If there's no cars on this spline, it means I broke the entire spline. Let's go for a fly. Are there no cars at all on this road now? Doesn't appear to be. So that means the spline is still broken. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, here we go. We got a car? Maybe we have a car. We got a car going in that direction, which means the spline is working. Let's go back to this corner and wait for a car to come around this corner. I'm sure there's a car down there now after I flew away. Oh, I forgot about that flickering sign. I'll fix that later. Oh, here comes a car. Oh, almost perfect timing. You're going to go straight around the corner, or are you going to drive in the grass? Now it's hovering. I'm going to have to yank that spline out and put it back in. At least it's going around the corner. It just looks like it's going over a hump over here now. Alright, I'll mess with the spline later. Is there another car nearby? I want to see one more go around. There's not much traffic on this spline now. What do you have? So we have another car. Let's go back to this corner. I think I saw it jump up in the air and come back down. Which means I still need to fix this spline. Or I just put a bump in the road. No. See what this guy does when he drives over here. Thought I saw his wheels come up in the air and then go back down. Yeah, see he's going, yeah, so I'm going to have to go back in and mess around with this spline. Alright, so he's fine there. There seems to be over this bridge, like he's going up in the air a little bit. Is there another car coming? We have the apiary right here. And then we have another fish processing plant right here. Oh, we don't own it yet, so I can't show you the trigger. And then back this way is Lucy's sell point. Come on, give me another car. Oh well, mess with it. We'll go back and check it later. I'm not going to stand there all day waiting for a car to drive by. I'll just need to know before I send it to Dixie tonight. I got to go back in and fix that spline again. Alright, how's this Cedar doing on, where are we? Cedar on 27. Seems to be doing pretty well. So let's head back over to here. Where did we leave our truck parked? Thought I left my truck parked over here somewhere. I did. So let's get second load in here. So you just have to throw a load of diesel in. Or a load of diesel in. Let's grab alright, start filling that one. What do you need? You need a second load of water and a load of diesel. Yeah, that traffic spline will take me like a minute to fix. Alright, let's get a second load in here, and we'll throw water in the wash plants. Get some diesel in here, and then we'll get some trees cut so we can fire the mill up. Oh, that flickering sign's going to drive me nuts till I fix it. Oh, you need water as well, so let's throw water in here first. I think this one takes 2 loads. Yep, so let's throw another load in here. think I'm going to add a support under that bridge so it looks a little bit better. So we may jump back in the editor in a minute. Oh, hold on. Before I go over there, I wanted to get a second load in here. Yeah, I want to put a support under that bridge. I know it's a little visual thing, but it's going to drive me nuts. All right. Now let this unload. We'll check the trigger. I can't remember if this is a 500,000 liters or a full million liters. What did I do? Yep. So let's grab one more load for here, 2 loads for the next one. While that's filling, how is our seeder doing? Still moving. We got the edges to clean up, but he is still moving. Everyone getting ready for the holidays. The family is not going camping, so they will be home. So I thought I was going to have the house to myself between Christmas and New Year's, and that's not going to happen. So other than that, I have absolutely no plans other than play test on this map and probably start working on a map for 22. Now I'm going to try and make another placeable stone wash plant for this map, just so multiplayer you can have more than just these two. Now they will not work on the other maps because the fill type is washed stone, and washed stone will only work on this map. But I do want to get a placeable one made. Alright, one more tank of water and we'll grab some diesel. Alright, while you're filling, I'm going to throw a gas pump down until we start making our own diesel. Let's grab this guy and throw him like right. Oh, come on, we rotate you a little bit. You're only going to be temporary, and then we're going to sell you off. Let's put you on this side. Now I'll put you over here. And then once we start making our own diesel, we can sell that off. Alright. So what do we need? 50,000, so 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, 300,000. I think we need like 300,000 liters of diesel to get everything up and, well, if we fill them, 300,000 liters will get us everything we own running. But that's going to cost us probably most of our cash. So I'm probably going to grab a half a truck of diesel, and we won't fill what we have. We'll just get enough in to get them started. We'll see how much it's going to cost us. We can sell another load of stone off if we have to. See how fast this money goes down. Oh, not too bad. Well, it's bad, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. Alright, let's start with this. Alright, I'm going to top this one off. That should fire this up, so this should go active now. And it is. I'm going to turn calcium carbonate off because we're not going to need it for a while. I'm going to turn limestone off. I'm going to turn gypsum off. I'm just going to make a lime and clean fill for now. This one does not make gold. Why does this one not make gold? Good question. I'll have to look into that. So let's just make lime and clean fill for now. I'm not putting any other factories down. So let's throw a load in this one. Because this one will get us more stone. Oh, alright. And then, where's this gizmo at? Right here. And it went active. So this one's going to make us clean fill, gold, stone, and a silt. Alright, let's head to... Can I sneak through? I'm not going to try and squeeze back there. Let's drive around. My luck, I'll get stuck. This should take 50,000 liters. And it did. And it went active. So this is going to make us granite on pallets. So pallets are granite blocks. And then the granite's used in a secret factory. Alright, let's get some over here. Should take 50,000 liters. And then this one should now be active. And it is. So we're going to get more clean fill, gold, and washed stone. Your washed stone is now going to sell for double the price of regular stone. Now this one should have gone active as well. And it did. Perfect. Let's grab a little bit more diesel because we own the coal mine and the ore mine. So let's throw some diesel in there and check those triggers. And we'll check on our seeder on the way through. So I'm just going to buy another like 30,000 liters. should be good. This way I won't have to empty the tanker. Nikki Fizz, hello. I believe it gives gold in the outside of stone processing. There was no gold listed in the menu, though. I might have changed it up on this one, or I forgot to add it in when I built it. Gypsum, limestone, clean fill carbonate, and lime. Yeah, this one does not make gold. So you're going to have to rely on... All the other mines make gold, but stone processing doesn't. That was probably my thought. Because all the mines will give you a little bit of gold, and both of the wash plants will get you a little bit of gold. So the only thing left to do on the factories that we do own is cut some trees to get the mill up and running. So we'll work on that next. Oh, and I went the wrong way. I'm getting lost on my own map already. Yeah, I think that was my thinking when I built stone processing into this map, going that we have all the mines, so you're going to have 6 mines that make gold, plus the 2 wash plants making gold. Alright, let's see how our cedar is doing. We're going to have to clean up the edges. Oh, he's doing pretty well, actually. Oh, he's got a couple more passes. Yeah, he's got a few more passes. Then we'll take over and clean up the edges. Yeah, I gotta fix that spline. We'll probably jump in the editor and take care of that in a minute. As soon as I get these fields finished. But let's go throw some diesel in coal and ore. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to take the other truck with us as well, and we're going to grab another load of coal. So let me get this guy on the ferry, and we'll go get our truck and snowblower. I don't need any more. I won't need any more ore for a while, but I want to have more coal in the silo. Let's throw this guy on the ferry. And then let's head back to the farm. How's he doing on 27? He's got a couple more passes. We'll keep an eye on him. We can enter that vehicle. That's fine. Let's grab this guy so I can get another load of coal since we're going in the mines. So I'm sure we're going to put some more placeables down that's going to need some coal. And we're going to be buying like the oil wells and some of the other factories that are going to need coal. So we might as well go get another load. How's this guy doing? Did he stop at the edge of the field? Nope, he's still moving. He was just turning himself around. When we come out of the mines, I can use follow me. We can take both of these. We can bring both of these back at the same time. Oh, I gotta hold on. Do I have to fix that salt? Is that water plane floating? No. Okay. I thought that must have been an optical illusion. When I was driving by the water plane, it looked like it was floating. Alright, so before we head into the mine, let's get this field finished up. I'm going to fire this driver. I'm going to get this knocked off really quick. And I'm sure the AI help does a lot more straighter. Drives a lot straighter than I do. But let's get this knocked out so we can concentrate on getting the factory's triggers tested. I don't mind running the seeder myself. I hate plowing. I don't mind seeding and I don't mind harvesting. I hate plowing. I hate putting lime down and I hate plowing. Let's clean up this edge. Can we get it in one pass? Not really. If I drove straight, we'd probably get it in one pass. Phil, cool, 23. DB120, nice to see it's... Now, we're on FS19. We're not on 22. This is the last map that I had to finish for FS19. Okay, sorry, I misread that. Yeah, I think Papa Smurf is working on getting this converted. The scripting's a lot different in 22 than it is in 19. I'm not going to worry about those couple of missed spots in that field. It's mostly done. Alright, let's get this guy done so we can finish testing factory triggers. I'm going to switch this to soybeans so we can get a little bit of milk made. And test the, we need milk to test the cheese factory. So I'm just going to knock this field out real quick. I'm not going to hire help. This way we can get back to trigger testing. Yeah, it'd be nice to see the DB90 and the DB120 converted for 22. But right now 22 is just a broken mess. Enjoyed Ritchie Valley, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough map to play as single player. This one was my islands map. This is pretty much the islands map without the islands. And it's built to be it's built for multiplayer but single player friendly. So I'm going to have a ton of, because I have no desire to play 22. I'll build a map for 22, but I'm not playing 22. So I wanted something to keep me busy, so I built this map pretty much the way I would want to play it. Tell me about it. I've tried multiplayer on various maps and no good. Yeah, this is definitely multiplayer friendly, but built more so to be single player friendly. So everything is nice and convenient. It's a 16 times map, but you don't have to do a lot of driving, which is really nice. Yeah, I don't have too much time playing the Valley map. To me, that's just, personally, it was just too much driving. The way that map was laid out. I got flatlands 4x last night and planted sorghum on 9 days no growth on 22. When I build my map for 22, I'm going to change the growth rates. Because in FS22 they took the fast growth away from us. So I'm going to edit the XML so all the crops grow faster, even with seasons turned off. To me, that they're just way too slow. Needs it for multiplayer? Yeah, I'm definitely going to, like I said, my map, I'm going to adjust everything. I'm turning the growth rate up. I'm going to do custom pallets for every single factory so they're 4,000 liters. And I'm going to try and rebuild every pallet so they're all the same size, so we'll only have one setting on the auto load trailer. I'm going to take the greenhouses and orchards. Well, I guess that map doesn't have orchards. I'm going to take the greenhouses and make them bulk instead of pallets. Alright, field work is finally done on all the fields we do own. So let's get this guy back to the house. I'm starting a new map. I don't want to. I had a 4x map with Wolf Creek or with Elm Creek built in the center, and I don't want to go that route. That's what everybody's doing. So I'm going to build a completely flat map from scratch. I know there's at least 4 or 5 modders working on 4x maps with one of the base maps built into the center. And if you do, Giants is doing like 90% of your work for you. And you're taking credit for the entire map. So I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to build a complete map from scratch. And it's going to be mostly flat with some mountains around the outside. And I'm going to start working on that. I'll do a lot of live streaming on that map build. Alright, let's take care of this mine real quick, and then we're going to save this. And I jumped in the wrong ferry. We're going to save this. We're going to jump back in the editor. I want to fix a couple things real quick. So I definitely want to get this to Dixie and Farm Chick tonight. So the layout for the 22 map is going to be a combination of Ritchieville and Ritchie's Prairie. There's no mining material yet for 22. It all has to be converted from 2D to 3D. And there's no extra crops for 22 yet because everything has to be converted from 2D to 3D, and you cannot do it in the editor. It has to be done in Blender. So I'm going to build mines in, but mining won't be working yet until we get the mining materials converted. And no extra crops like carrot and onion and peanut until we get those converted as well from 2D to 3D. Oh, camera snap. Driving me nuts. So extra fruit types and extra fill types right now are going to be tough because even the pallets in 22 are 3D and not 2D. So even making new pallets are going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, let's fire up the coal mine and the ore mine since we own both of them. I'm going to try and get half of the diesel in here. Took too much. And I'm going to get half the diesel in the ore mine. So the ore mine's not going to get much diesel, but it's mainly to test the triggers. Guess I could throw another gas pump down. We're going to need one. We'll just throw the 13,000 in it. It's good enough to test the triggers with. And then we'll put a water fill trigger down. So these mines are set too high. They're only supposed to be at 50,000 liters. So I'm going to have to go in and adjust the... we'll have to go in and look at the mining and adjust it. So they're only at... They should only take 50,000 liters of diesel. Oh no, never mind. I upped them to I upped some of the factors to 1 million so you can cart a container over. So that's probably why they're holding 1 million and not 50,000. Alright, that's going to be enough to fire this up and test it. Let me put a water... Where do I want to put a water fill trigger at? Somewhere where I own the land already. So let me get... this ought to be interesting to see if we can get it inside of the cave. Let's grab another... Ooh, wrong one. Let's grab another water fill trigger. And okay, you got to zoom in. So once you zoom in, you're fine. And we'll throw one over here. That should be good. Let's grab some water. There's a lake on top of this mine for fishing. I know you use ferry and you use a lot of waterways. It would be nice to see some barges to transfer mining materials and crops, like an old British canal system from the UK, from the UK, like they do in the UK. The islands map, you have to use the ferry to get from island to island, and that did not go over very well. That map was not popular. But great concept, though. Just, I don't know if we can even make the barge work in 22. That's Papa Smurf's area of expertise, not mine. I am going to throw one more tank of water in here. And we're probably going to buy a little bit more diesel just to get this mine completely functioning. I also want to try and get the fishing boat converted for 22. So I definitely want to build fishing into the 22 map. Now, I'm calling it lazy mining on this map because there are no boulders and there's not going to be any crushed product on the ground to pick up. I'll explain that in a second. Alright, so we have... Let me make sure this fired up. And it did. So we're going to get... You add water and diesel, you're going to get silt, ore, gold, and clean fill. So each mine, what you do is put water and diesel in, and all you got to do is come under here with your tipper and pick the product up bulk. So I wanted this map to be single player friendly, where you don't have to oh, I can't get out that way, where you don't have to babysit the mines. You could just fill it and forget about it. But I gave you some product on the ground to get you started. But I'm seriously thinking of, once I get all the product picked up off the ground, I'm seriously thinking about putting all my factories in here. I just don't know if I want to use the barge to haul all the shit in and out, though. That's the only drawback. Or I can turn it into a field. You could take a plow, bring it in here, and turn this into a field. I think that would be really cool to do. I don't own the other mines. We can't test the triggers yet, but if this mine works, they're all going to work because it's the same building duplicated with different fill types. So if these two mines work, then all the mines should work. Yeah, I probably won't put the factories in here. Thinking about it now, you'd have to barge all of the pallets in and out. Or ferry all the product in and out. I'm going to grab another load of water for this, and we're going to grab a little bit more diesel. I'm going to top both of these mines off. So I'm going to grab like another 1.5 million liters of diesel. While that's filling, I'm going to grab another gas pump until we get our diesel factory running. And I'm going to throw this guy over here. Let's move him away from the water pump. Let's throw... This way, once we have enough cash and I buy the rest of the mines, we can test all the triggers. I may put the battery factory in here though, because we have the nickel and the copper right inside this mine. All we have to do is bring plastic over. We could even put a refinery in here and even make our own plastic right here. That might be cool to do. Alright, so this one should have gone active as well, and it did. Nice. Alright. I do want to throw, before we leave here, I'm going to grab a little bit more gas or diesel for both of these. I guess I could have went out the other way. And we'll take a load of coal with us. Now I'm going to save this, close it, and get out of here. We're going to jump back in the editor because I want to fix that traffic spline, and I want to fix that flickering sign, and I want to put supports under one of the bridges. So we're going to jump back in the editor for a few minutes. So let me grab... Even if I buy too much diesel, we can take it with us. So let me get... That should be... We should be good. Because this one, before I dump this in here, let me check the menu. Because this one only got like, I think 13,000 liters. It did. Okay, so that did top that one off. Let's make sure this other one's topped off. And if it, I want to see what the capacity is set at on the coal mines. It may be wrong. I may have to go in and adjust it. See what this is set at. What is this set at? Oh, okay, it is set at, this one's set at 100,000. The other ones are set at, I think, 50,000. That's all right. We'll double check it when we jump in the editor. So we'll take some gas with us back to the farm. We'll have it in case we need it. So I'm sure we'll put another. We will. We'll put the composter down. It's going to need some diesel. So in here you have the coal mine, the ore mine, the clay mine, the nickel mine, and the copper mine. And then there's a little bit of clean fill over here to get you started on the earthworm factory. And then under Center Mountain is another stone mine and a gravel mine, which we haven't been to yet. All right, can I jump in this other truck? What are my chances? So I hope I got back into the other truck. Nope. All right, we're going to have to tab. There we go. I want to take a load of coal with us. because we're going to buy, as soon as we get the mill up and running, we're going to buy an oil well. So we can start testing those triggers. And then when we have some cash, we're going to come in here and buy the rest of these mines and test those triggers. Alright, let's get this guy turned on. Thought it was full there for a second. There we go. Now we're going to take another 5.5 million liters with us, and we won't need any coal for a while. Is this map going to come with its own mods again? You're going to use everything from the Trello board that you can use on Ritchieville, Ritchie's Hollow, Ritchie Island, and Ritchie Valley. So all of the mods from the Trello board, not counting Homestead and Prairie, will work on this map. So you're going to have to put, I built as the least amount of product into this map as possible so you can put all of your own placeables down. I built mining into the map and fishing into the map. One stone processing plant. If you want more, you'll have to put your own down. And the slaughterhouse to hen house is built in. The smokehouse is built in. And then everything else is going to be place your own. I wanted this map to be mostly build your own rather than having everything built in for you. This way in multiplayer you can, everybody can put their own factories down. The only thing that's built into the map are the animal pens. Now 22 is going to be mainly all placeables. The placeable systems, that's even heavier on placeables than built-in. I think I'm going to build sort of like Animal Island here, where there's one of every animal pen already built into the map. I think I'm going to do that on the 22 map. We're going to start with one of each already built in. And then if you want more than that, you can put your own down. I think I saw something this morning on one of the modding sites where you can have the animal limit increaser, so you can put up to 32 animal pens on the map. But I haven't dug into that yet for 22. Oh, excuse me, I couldn't hit my mute button quick enough. Bear with me a second, I'm going to grab a sip of Gatorade. Alright, let's see if I can get... Follow me, we can get both of these back to the farm. So I'm thinking the layout of 22 is going to be similar to the prairie map, but with some mountains around the outside the map, not completely flat. And I don't know if I can get the waterfall to work in that map yet or not. I haven't tried. It's a different shader for the waterfall in 22 than it is here in 19. So I haven't had a chance to play with the waterfall yet. I was trying to get this map ready for testing rather than playing in the editor for 22. So I know there's a lot of people that are fed up with 22 already that are going back to playing 19 until some good maps come out. Jump in here and stop this guy. Alright, I gotta find a place to empty this diesel. We'll probably put a gas silo down. Let me get, right now we don't have any other factories that need coal, so let's dump this in here. Which is broke, it's not the editor. Here's the problem with the patch. The patch updated the game to 1.2, but the editor is still 1.1. If you work in the editor and save it, and try and open it with 1.2 of the game, it crashes the game. So if you want to work in the editor, you have to take your game and revert it back to 1.1 in order to test anything that you're saving in the editor until they update the game again and the editor. So if you save anything in the editor, you cannot test it on the updated game 1.2. You have to test it on 1.1 of the game or it crashes. It's a pain. So right now I have no desire, I'm in no big hurry to do anything for 22 because both the game's a mess and the editor's a mess. You can't do any splines in the editor because it crashes the editor. Half the time when you try and put a new field in, it crashes the editor. So the editor is not stable yet either for 22. I'm going to throw y'all on, be right back for a second. I'm going to save this and close it. We're going to jump in the editor for a minute. So I'll bring you back live here in a second as soon as I save and close the game. I want to fix the flickering sign. I want to readjust that traffic spline. And I want to add some supports under that one bridge, because visually it's driving me nuts. So let me throw you all on window, get you back to my desktop. All right, let's jump back in the editor for a second. Well, before we jump in the editor and work on this one, let me take you to what I was working on so far for 22. I didn't do much. I didn't get very far, but I do have a stable. Crap! I just opened it with the wrong editor. It's going to crash. Let me close this. There we go. I need to open this with 9.01. So like I said, I have a stable 4X base. I have a good road system. So I'm going to dive into this as soon as, right after Christmas, right at the New Year. I want to spend between now and Christmas getting this map ready for release. I want to release it either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and then I'm going to jump into this map. I took the mountains from the Ritchieville map and I imported them into here. So we have the mountains as the background. And then I have a really good road system. Where did I put it? Over here. So I have a really good road system to start with. So I have all the components to use. We have all the straight sections and uphills and downhills and circles and bridges, X's, T's, and Y's. So I got the whole road system to play with. So what I'm thinking of doing is, this is dead center of the map, right here. So I stuck this tree here just for a center point of the map. That tree is dead center on the 4X map. I never done a circle before. I'm gonna build a circle in, and we're gonna have one road running north, east, south, and west from the center of the map. And then I'm gonna leave probably the southern edge of the map, like Ritchieville. We'll do a little bit of a beachfront, and then the western edge, the northern edge, and the eastern edge, we'll do a mountain range that runs like U-shaped all the way around the edge. So going south, you'll run into the beach. Going east and west, you'll go out so far, and then you'll go uphill up the mountain to the upper level. And then the same thing going north. That's north on the map. So going from here, we'll run flat about halfway back, and then we'll go up the mountain. And then the same thing here. We'll run flat about halfway back and then go up the mountain. And then right here in the center of the map, I want to build the vehicle shop and animal dealer. So we'll do a little bit of a downtown right here in the center of the map. And then going north, I think, we're going to do, I'm thinking one lake like right in here for fishing, and then one lake right in here for fishing. And then once we go up onto the mountains, we could put mining in the mountains once we get there. So that's a little bit of what's going to be started for 22. Let's get back into 19 and get this map ready for release. I just have to remember to open it up now with the correct editor, 8.2. Not 9.0. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into 22 and start really digging into that editor. I hate maps with small fields, so we're going to have some pretty big fields on that map as well. Not as big as a 16x because it's only a 4x base. Now I also have a stable 16x base, so we can actually scrap the 4x map. We don't have much into it, and we can build the 16x map instead. I'm just not sure whether I want to do the 4x first or just build the 16x and be done with it. Alright, so I need to get this traffic spline fixed. So let's pop open spline number 4. And over on this side here, it was running uphill. I got to flatten out a couple points. And then I got to look at to a flickering sign. So somewhere on this bridge, the cars were going uphill. Right here, we got another weird point, like right there. This whole spline's been messed up for some reason. I'm going to delete... I may have to take this entire spline out and put it back in. Let me pull this point up and go page down. It'll put it back on the ground. I still got this... Yeah, this whole spline's been messed up since I put it in. I think we're square over here now. It is. I still don't like this corner. Let's see if we can't get it straightened up a little bit. Let me go down on my speed. So let's come back 1 point. Let me pull it up in the air and drop it down so it's flat. And let me see if I can't get that bend out. I can. Let me go back 1 more point. Do the same thing. Let me pull it up off the ground, hit page down. It's going to put it square onto the pavement. And we'll try and straighten this bend out a little bit. Do the same thing here. Let me pick it up, drop it back down. Try and get it where it's back in the center of the road. Still not 100% square, but it's better than it was. Let's come up to this point. I'm not going to get this little kink out, but it's definitely better than it was. So our next point is where? We have 1 point there. We have 1 point there. That one is on the ground. We have 1 point all the way down. Where did that go? Why is it going backwards? Oh, yeah, see, these points are messed up. Here's what we're going to do. Hold on. We're going to come back over here. I'm going to take half of the spline out and put it back in because it's driving me nuts. No matter what I try and do, it's not going to fix. So let me come down here to the start and end point. Once you start adjusting these points, it throws the rest of the points off. So let me come down here. Let me go to where the start and end is. I'm going to open up the point. Now, where am I at? I'm on the end. Let's go to the start. See, even that's messed up. Let me delete the end point. Let me delete that point. No, I'm too fast. Let me take my speed back down. I'm going to pull this guy up, put in another point right there. Now we're going to go to the start. I'm going to delete it all the way back to that bridge. And we're going to put half of the spline back in. It's not going around this, it's going uphill, it's not going around this corner properly for some reason. So I'm going to delete this curve, and we're going to back to the other curve, and we're going to put this back in. And then hopefully it'll be fine. If not, I'm just going to come into the editor and I'm going to delete the entire damn spline and be done with it. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave that where it is. Let's go back around to the end point. Make sure there's nothing else looks messed up. So we look pretty straight through here. This spline's been, I redid the spline like 3 times already, and it's been driving me nuts. But I'm literally thinking about just deleting the whole darn thing. American maps don't like curves and bends. Traffic splines are a pain in the butt. Traffic splines and train splines are a pain. And then in 22, oh, excuse me, so in 22 we have to put in traffic splines, pedestrian splines, and AI splines. So there's 3 sets of splines in 22. Alright, so we look pretty straight through here. We look pretty straight through here. And then we look pretty straight back to this end point. So let me get my point back here. We'll take this end back to the start. So we'll just have to run this down the length of the map. And then go back around the turn. I don't know what it is, but this spline gave me a hard time going in, and I had to fix it like 4 times already. And whenever you adjust the points after the loop is closed, it deforms the entire spline for some reason. So let's get it around this curve. And I think it happens if you accidentally click off the point and then have to re-find it. I think it messes the position up. You gotta be very careful I don't click off of the point. So I think that's where the problem started. Glider Cat, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. I've been watching a lot of your YouTube videos. Just trying to make some fixes here so we can get this map released for Christmas. And once this map's released, I can really focus on 22. Just subscribe. Thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. But this traffic spline, we were in testing, and this traffic spline was messed up. So I got to get it fixed. And I want to look at a couple of flickering signs. And then we'll get back in and testing. And hopefully this will fix this problem. So let's close that loop. Let's make it invisible. So that should take care of the spline that was messed up. I think it's this factory that has the flickering sign. I don't know if I can fix this one. No, it's the entire sign. So that one I'm going to have to fix in paint.net. So I'll have to go into Paint and fix that one. I'll do that off camera. This other sign back here that's flickering, I should be able to just adjust. Let me throw my 16x script on and we're going to lose the camera. Yeah, this sign here. Just got to pull it away from the building a little bit. Yeah, so that one shouldn't flicker anymore. Let's see about the one on the front. Is that one going to flicker or is that one fine? That one should be fine. That one should be fine. It was just that one that was flickering. Alright, let's give this a save. And then we'll zip it back up and we'll throw it in the test map. And then we'll go in and check that stupid... Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to put some supports under this bridge. Let this save. I'm going to throw a couple supports under that bridge. Because visually it's driving me nuts. But everything I'm doing should work with my existing save. Yeah, so yeah, if you're just joining us, I want to get this, I got to get this zipped up and sent to Dixie and Farm Chick tonight for testing. If they don't find anything majorly wrong with it, tomorrow night I'm going to get it to my Patreon members. And then I'm going to try and get this map out either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day to the general population. Alright, I need a support. Where's my closest oil well? Over here. Let me go steal a support from down here. Let me duplicate that support. I'm going to take it with me up here to this bridge. I know it's just a visual thing, but it's in-game, it's driving me nuts. Alright, let's turn it, let me get it up at the height of the bridge. Alright, let's get it turned. And make sure it's touching the water. And I think I want to beef it up a little bit. So let's go like 2 and 2. Yeah, let's beef this up a little bit. So I just wanted to get a couple supports in here because visually it was driving me nuts. Alright, I know it's a little thing that most players wouldn't even recognize. Alright, now we can save this again. Did you fix the lights that were on during the day at the... Yes, I did, Sassy One. Yeah, I went to... Well, check that when we go back in game. It was missing the user attribute to tell it to only come on during the night and not come on during the day. So I put the user attribute back in. So we'll go check that in game and make sure the lights are off on the mill during the day. I think that was the only factory I saw that was messed up. Alright, so that's everything I need to do in the map. I want to take a quick peek at the mines. Because I think the coal mine diesel is set at 100,000. I think all the mines, everything that takes diesel should be 50,000. No, this one's 100,000 as well. Coal mine, copper mine, gravel mine is at 100,000. Nickel mine is 100,000. Ore mine is 100,000. Sand mine is 100. So all the mines are 100,000 liters of diesel. Let's just check them all real quick. Silt mine 100,000. Stone mine is at 100,000. All right, so all the mines should now be good. So they're all set at 100,000 liters for diesel. All right, so the map is... Yep, I zipped the map. Let's get the map zipped back up. So let's delete this cache file. Delete this cache file. Take this copy and throw it away. This copy becomes my backup. And let's zip this back up. So I like to test everything zipped to make sure it's not throwing any errors. Alright, let's grab this guy, throw it back in my zipped folder. Let's override the map that's in there. And then let's jump back into this save game we were just in. So back into save game Lucky 13. And I'm going to throw you all back on back in OBS. And let's get this map loaded. So we got to check the traffic spline again. We need to check to make sure the lights are off on the mill. Now y'all got me thinking about that map for 22. I almost want to build a 16x map instead of a 4x map and just call it one and done for 22. Alright, I'm just going to sit here at the store a second. I'm going to check my log. You won't see it, but I'm going to check the log really quick, make sure we're not throwing any errors. So we are still completely error-free. Perfect. Alright, let's jump back to, where were we? We were back at the home farm. Let me grab a little bit of speed. And let's walk down, let's run down here and check this traffic spline out. And see if that's fixed. At this corner over here, this bridge in this corner was messed up. Well, yeah, two corners and the bridge was messed up. So we'll just have to sit here a minute and wait for a car to drive by. So let me just bear with me a second until we get this tested. I'm going to, wrong one. I'm going to go into flight mode for a minute. And I want to watch the car, at least one car come around this corner. We have any coming from that direction? I don't see any coming from this direction. There comes a car. Let's see what it looks like going around this corner and around the bridge. Yeah, that's much better going around there now. Do you go over the bridge smooth? Because you were doing this whole hump thing before. And then it was driving in the grass over here. Nope, still messed up. This spline has been driving me nuts since I put it in. Yeah, it's going up. Oh, it's doing this whole up in the air thing, and I have no idea why. I'm going to rip it out off camera tonight and put the entire spline back in. And I can still send this copy to Dixon and fix it before release. And it looks like it's just over there. It looks like the rest of the spline is fine. I feel like a drone following a slow speed police chase or something. No, see, it's doing a whole up and down thing. I'm going to yank this entire spline out. And I'm going to rebuild it tonight. It's going to take me about an hour to put the entire spline back in. Yeah, see, it's doing this whole like hump up and down thing. I have no idea why. Alright, enough watching this. Let's get back. I'm going to fix that tonight off camera. Let's get out of flight mode. Let's get some more triggers tested. So where were we? We left off. Let's go back to the home farm. We can visit the silo. Alright, so we need, next order of business is we need to get the mill up and running. So let's grab, where's forestry equipment? Let me grab my modded Brooks. And then let's grab this guy. We'll drop the snowblower off. Drop it here for now because we're going to pick up this silt and start turning that silt into fertilizer. Let's grab, oh, I've got equipment everywhere already. Let's grab this guy. And let's go to, oh, you know what? I don't like this guy for cutting trees because I can't see over the front of this truck. So I'm going to switch vehicles real quick. I don't like that guy for doing trees. So I can't see over it when I'm cutting. Let me grab a tipper. I want to grab this guy. And we're going to no cover. We're going to up the capacity. So let me grab a tractor. Let's grab the Brooks. I like that truck for mining. I don't like it for cutting trees. And let's grab this trailer. And let's get the mill running so we can buy a couple other factories. I'd go for that. I'd be good with a 16X, yeah. I think I'm going to do, so I'm only, and for 22, I have no motivation to mod for 22 because I think the game, Giants had 3 years and they gave us a broken piece of crap. I personally don't like 22. I don't like that fact that Seasons is built into the map. It should have been a mod, even though you can turn it off. I don't like the fact that we don't have plant growth fast. Crops take way too long to grow, even with Seasons turned off. I don't like the UI. I don't like the placeable grapevines and olives. So there's a lot about 22 that I personally don't like. I will never play 22. I'll make probably only one map for 22 and call it done. Markel 1967, thank you for stopping in, much appreciated. If I pronounced that wrong, I do apologize. Alright, we own part of this forest. We just need to get some wood chips to get the mill running. So let me get this guy unfolded. We'll get the pipe out. I recorded a couple episodes for YouTube for 22 that I have no intentions of releasing them because I just don't like the game. Alright, is this guy lowered? Why am I not getting stumps? Why are you not taking care of the stump? Oh, there we go. I wasn't on it long enough. I'm still not getting the stump. It's like the processor, it's like that guy is not low enough to the ground. There we go, lower. That's better. I'm not going to make any more maps for 19. This will be the last one. We may get a couple more updates, and we may get a couple more factories. Placeable factories. But I am going to build probably only one map for 22. But I have no personal plans on playing 22. I'll build a map, I'll test, but I am not going to play 22. I'm going to stick with 19 personally to play. Stop playing. Yeah, there's a lot of people I know of that already stopped playing 22 and went back to 19. I think Giants it needs a little bit more time. Giants needs to work on a couple of patches. There's not a lot of maps and mods out that work. Half the converts are done half-assed and are throwing errors and don't work right to begin with. Turn seasons and snow off, but it still snows. Yeah, Giants has a little bit of work to do to get 22 where it needs to be. And it's all the reason why they're having so many issues is they went from there's a new graphics engine is part of the problem, and then the other part of the problem is cross-platform. They upped the rock in the fields about 500%. I haven't played, so I have no comparison between pre-patch and post-patch. I just want to get about 500,000 or 600,000 liters of wood chips so we can get this mill running. Do I want to take those trees down? I think visually I'm going to leave those in. Let's go back this way. We can always replant trees. Yep, a lot more stones in the update. In order for me to work in the editor, I had to revert my save back to version 1.1. Because if you do anything in the editor and save it, and then open it up in 1.2, it just automatically crashes until they fix the editor. So the editor right now is not compatible with 1.2 with the new patch. And I heard that they turned the sound up too high. It went from being really low to being really high, but I haven't been in game, so I've not experienced that. But I've seen that on a few of the modding sites, that everybody was complaining about some of the sounds. after the patch. As far as my opinion, going to 22 has a lot of catching up to be as good as 19. Yeah, it's going to take a year. And like I was saying earlier, it's going to take a bit to get the extra crops, the extra fruit types, the mining products, because it all has to be done in 3D. So I can't pull carrots out of 19 and put them in 22 because they won't work. Because everything is done in 2D for 19, everything has to be done in 3D for 22. I played a bunch of 17, then pretty much skipped 19 until a few months ago. Kind of feel like 22 doesn't compare that well to 17 with mods. Yeah. To me, Giants had 3 years and released a broken piece of crap. But that's my personal opinion. And I never played on the base games anyway because the fields are way too small. I don't like small fields and small equipment, so 22 needs a little bit of catching up to do to my play style. If the game depends on mods, why would Giants do everything in their power to make it more difficult for modders? I've been asking myself that question ever since 22 came out. Because in order to make the extra crops and the extra mining and everything, you've got to know how to use Blender. And I don't know how to use Blender. I got to teach myself Blender so we can get all the extra goodies in the map. Because all the extra fruits on like my maps and Pleasant Valley maps and the mining is really what makes the game more entertaining, enjoyable. Because even if when I do build the either the 4x or the 16x map for 22, it's basically going to be Elm Creek expanded because we don't have the extra fruits right now. We don't have the mining products available right now to even build them into a map. How many players do you know that play the vanilla game? Yeah, not many at all. A couple of the streamers that I really watched and followed that did really long playthroughs in 19, I've literally only watched 1 or 2 episodes of them in 22. I pretty much quit watching 22 on both Twitch and YouTube as well. But like I said, that's just me personally. So I've not really followed a lot of the YouTubers that do farm sim on a daily basis to see if the views are down or the views are up. But all I know is I'm not going to release my um, there's a certain group of kissing ass, not a bad word said about the game. Anybody that's a Giants partner cannot say anything bad about the game. I'm not a Giants partner. I don't plan on ever being a Giants partner. So you're going to, anybody that's a Giants partner, you're going to get a lot of hot air. Because they're not allowed to talk down. They're not allowed to talk about the how bad the game is. They're not allowed to give their real opinion of the game. My YouTube channel features a variety of games. Yeah, Glider Cat, check out his YouTube channel. It is awesome. I watch a lot of his series. It's hard not to feature 22 versus 19 given what people are searching for. Yeah, even on Twitch, there's not a lot of views on 19. The few players that are still doing 19 content live streaming on Twitch are just not getting the views. Alright, I'm going to call it here with wood chips because the factory only holds 810,000 liters of logs. So this will fill the factory. And this should fire this factory up. But you enjoy FS19 much more. Yeah, I have no desire to do any content for 22. I may do some live streams on the map building, but I will not do any playing. Not at the moment anyway. Alright, looks like everything went active, so we have the mill completely up and running now. So let's get this set up back to the yard. We're going to go sell off another load of stone so we can have some cash without cheating it in. And then we're going to get a couple more factories so we could test some more triggers. Oh, you know what? We're going the long way. Why am I going this way? Let's turn back around. We have another entrance over this way that's a little bit closer. So it looks like the field we were just at went to the first growth stage. So let's check. As soon as we get back to the yard, we'll check all the rest of our fields. So yeah, if I'm going to do one map and be done with 22, I may build a 16 instead of the 4X. I'll have to go back and look at my base and see if the 16X base is as stable as the 4X base. Since I only have about an hour invested in the editor for 22. Don't hate 22, but price level's a bit bad taste. Yeah, it's going to take 22. It's going to take the modding community about a year to catch 22 up to where 19 or 17 was. Alright, let's check our fields real quick. Let's see what they look like. Alright, so we own 31. 31 went to the next growth stage. 26 and 27 have not. Alright. Let's go sell off one more load of stone. And then I want to get some grass cut so I can get a composter down and a grass dryer down, because we need silage in order to make diesel with. And I need compost for the earthworm factory. Yeah, give it about a year before the modding community catches up with the quality of mods we had for 17 and 19. I've seen a bunch of half-ass converted mods for 19 that throw error, for 22 that throw errors. '22 will get there. I just personally don't like the UI. Alright, did the lights go off at the mill since we're driving by this way? Yes, so we have no more lights on at the mill during the day. So that was resolved. We could check, now that the stone processing ran for a little bit and the mill ran for a little bit, we could check the triggers, the outbound triggers now. Over here. It stopped the FS19 Let's Play in Richie's Hollow. Yeah, it's understandable with 22 out. Everybody wants to see the 22 content. Alright, so this trigger, we should get a trigger here now. Let's make sure this trigger is working. And it is. Alright, so that trigger, I'm not going to fill the truck, so I want to pick up stone. So that trigger is working. Let's check the wash plants and the stone mine. So I should get a trigger here now. Perfect. So we got gold, silt, clean fill, and stone. So that trigger is going to work. Let's check if I don't get stuck on the stairs. Let's check the two wash plants. Just recorded a new episode this morning. I have 2 episodes of 22 recorded. They're uploaded, they're edited, they're recorded, they're edited, they're processed, they've been uploaded to YouTube. I just don't know if I want to release them. Alright, we have gold, washed stone, and clean fill. Wow, that clean fill was a little high. Let me look at that again. Okay, no, we're good. So that trigger is going to work. If that trigger works, this trigger should work. But let's go double check. Well, we can go check the, let's do this. Let's grab the washed stone and check the sell point. There's only one sell point for washed stone. So let's grab the washed stone from here. I know it's not much. And let's grab the washed stone from the other one and we'll check the sell point. Because I haven't tested that trigger yet. Let's grab washed stone from here. I know it's not much, it's only 29,000 liters, but we're testing triggers today. Which of my FS19 maps is my favorite? If you asked me that yesterday, I would have told you Ritchieville and Ritchie's Prairie are tied for first. But after playing on this map last night and today, I really think this is going to be my favorite map. I really wish I would have built this map first, to be honest with you. I probably would have played 2,000 hours on this map if we were like 19 release instead of 22 release. So if this map was built 2 years ago, I'd probably have 2,000 hours on this map. If you haven't been on the map yet, let's go the long way. I'll show you the downtown area. So let's take the long way around. So if you haven't seen this yet, we're going to have... this is pretty much all the sell points through here. So Lowe's, almost about half of these are sell points. Then we have over here you have the spinnery. So sell point here for the spinnery. And then inside of the barn you have your bales. So you sell your bulk and bales inside the barn. Markel just subscribed with tier 1. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. If I pronounced that name wrong, I do apologize. This is the animal dealer, so your trigger is right here for your animals. That we have to test as well. So we're going to have to test that at some point. We'll buy one of the animal pens. We'll lease a trailer, and then we'll test the trigger. So Aldi's is a sell point. To my right is the vehicle shop. The bank is a sell point. Most of the buildings to the left are all sell points. The sports bar is a sell point. None of Ritchie's is a sell point. The nursing home is a sell point. So this is the nursing home. We have Shady Pines, retirement home. We have Old Man's pickup truck is right here. He's forgetful, so he left his lights on. He got his house right here with the flag. So that's where the old man lives. Shady Pines retirement community. No, thanks. I like your maps. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. This is the only sell point for the washed stone. And be careful not to drive into the hole because your vehicle will fall in. You should get a trigger right at the edge. There we go. So we got 25 grand for 29,000 liters of washed stone. I think that takes washed stone in clean fill. Ritchieville was the first map I played and still loving it. Ritchieville, I'm still playing on the Ritchieville map. That was the first map I built Ritchieville for 17 and never released it because I had no idea what I was doing and I couldn't get the errors out and I couldn't get the factories to work. So it never got released. It was my learning experience. But Ritchieville for 19 was the first map I ever built and released. Glider Cat stumbled against the hollow. There's a lot of people that like the hollow map over the Ritchieville map. Dixie will tell you that she loves the hollow map better than the Ritchieville map. And all the factories. We have one more factory, so there will be, even though I'm going to work on 22, there will be one more set of map updates, because there's one factory we forgot to build. So we want to get one more factory built and released for 19. Because we're making pasta sauce, we're making Alfredo sauce, we're making pasta, but we forgot to build the factory to use the pasta, the Alfredo sauce, and the pasta sauce in. So you're going to get one more factory. I just haven't had time to build the pallets or the factory or the fill types yet. So I was trying to get this map finished up. Alright, let's get another big load of stone sold so we can buy a couple more factories and test some more triggers. And then, what time is it? 4 o'clock. I'm going to get out of here soon so I can upload this map. And I got to upload the map, the common files, and the autoload trailer to Dixie and FarmChick for testing. And it's going to take me about an hour and a half to get them uploaded. So I'm going to get out of here soon so they can start testing the map as well. If Dixie does not stream tonight, I may jump back on tonight and do some more play testing. But if Dixie wants to stream tonight, I'll let her stream. And I'll definitely stream this more play testing tomorrow. I plan on doing as much playtesting as I can between now and either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day whenever we release this map. And then after the new year, we'll focus on building 22. By then the game they may come up with another patch. The game in the editor may be a little bit more stable by then. Alright. Let's go sell one more load off. So back to Lowe's. I want to buy one of the earthworm factories so we can start testing those triggers. I want to buy one of the oil wells so we can start testing those triggers. And if we get earthworms made, then we can start testing fishing and fish processing. Alright, back to Lowe's. So yeah, hopefully we can get a lot of the fishing tested tomorrow. So I may play a little bit tonight off camera to build up some fish bait and some earthworms. And then we'll, because there's about 150 triggers to test on fishing. I'm trying to do this without cheating any money and stuff in. We can start a test map tomorrow. We could cheat everything in for testing. But I really don't want to go that route. I want to try and do more of a true play testing. It's more fun when you earn it than you cheat it in. Alright, so let's head, it gives us another $1 million to play with. So let's head back to, $1 million should get us where we want. So let's head back to the farm. Take you this way because I'll show you one more of the sell points. And then we may even test the animal dealer triggers. So Mary's Surf Shop to my left is also a sell point. There's a fish processing plant right here, so that's one of 3 built into the map. Room here to put more placeables down, if you want to put more factories down. And then down here, you have your wood chip sales right here. So wood chip sales and log sales are right here. And then there's another spot over here for fishing. So you make your earthworms, drop them off here. We don't own it, so I can't show you the trigger. And then jump in the boat, load your earthworms, take them out for fishing. Bring your fish back to the other building. If I don't go into the water, am I stuck? I'm stuck. Let me get back to my vehicle. This will work. So you pick them up with, dump them, drop your fish off here where that boat's parked. Pick your fish up here and then take them to the fish processing plant. And then the fish processing plant will break them down into more materials. So you'll get, from the fish, you'll get trout, catfish, salmon, and caviar. From the hatchery gives you seafood, and then the seafood breaks down into lobster, crab, clam, and shrimp. And then I didn't show you this mine, but if you get onto this ferry here and jump into this ferry, there's another set of mines under Center Mountain. I showed you the big mine, I didn't show you this mine. We don't own it, so I can't scoop anything up. But in this one, and then under this mine above it, there's also fishing. But this mine is a little bit smaller. It has, and there's another stone mine here. So you have another stone mine, you have an gravel mine, and then you have a little bit of product on the ground to get you started. And then above it, there's another spot for fishing. Oh, camera snap until we get away from the wall. I gotta get the no camera collision mod in here. I keep forgetting to download it. I'm really hoping I could replicate these mines and caves in 22. But at the moment, we don't have the mining materials. Alright, let's get back to testing triggers. Now, I left a couple meadows over here for you to put placeables, factories down. So there's a big meadow right here. You can turn it into a field, or you can put factories down. And then next to it across the street is another meadow. I specifically made these non-fields for your choice of what you want to do with them. But I plan on putting, since I'm using the island in front of us as my home base, I'm probably going to put all my factories down over here. Alright, so let's grab a little bit of coal. We don't have any drill pipe yet, but we'll buy one of the oil wells so we can start testing those triggers. So let's grab a little bit of coal. Take it with us. I'm thinking it's going to hold 1,000,000 liters, so we'll take 1,000,000 liters with us. or close to it, so my truck is empty. There you go, 1.7 or 9. This should work. So let's head down and grab, and we'll see if we have any drill pipe made. Even if we have one pallet of drill pipe, we can test the trigger. But our mill's not been running that long. Oh, well, cool. Our 2 other fields did go to the first growth stage. Nice. Alright, let's buy this piece of property. So this is oil well number 2. There are 3 oil wells built into the map. Zoom in so we get the correct property. So this one, yeah, that's oil well. Let's get this property. So 179,000 will get us the oil well. I think I put everything in one trigger. I think. That's a good question, because we spawn out... Oh, this is the oil well. This is not the refinery, so it should be this trigger over here. It is. So you put everything in the one trigger, make it easy. So it did not take the full load of coal, so it's only set up for 500,000 liters. So let's grab some water, and then we'll see if we have any drill pipe made. If not, we'll give it a couple in-game hours, and then we'll grab some drill pipe. So let's get this guy dumped off. Let's run a little water down. I've got vehicles everywhere already. Oh, you got diesel in you. Where do I want to put my diesel tank? I think I'm going to put it over here. Do I have enough room past these triggers? Let me move this guy out of the way. Eventually I'll get all these put away. Let's grab diesel storage tank. And let's throw it, where do I want to put it? Because one side of this is in and the other side of this is out. So I've got to have access to both sides. So we have to be able to drive around it. I seriously think I want to put it like right here. I can always move it later. Alright, that concrete's going to drive me nuts. Let's grab the landscape tool real quick. And let's find our... Why are these colors not right? Are you the dirt? You are the dirt. Sorry, it's just a visual thing for me. Alright, let's see if that should take our diesel. drop it off on the back side, pick it up on the front side. Alright, now we have an empty tanker. Let's grab some water. We'll run it down to the oil well. We don't even have a pallet auto-load trailer bought yet. So we're going to have to buy a auto-load trailer. Alright, water. Now let me check the mill. See if we have any drill pipe made. We do. We can grab, probably just by the time we get over there, 6 pallets of drill pipe. So we can test the trigger. So let's buy ourselves another trailer. I know, this yard is a mess already. Let's get ourselves the pallet trailer. Now I'm going to throw a rear attacher on it just in case I want to pull a double. So let's grab that guy and grab a little bit of drill pipe. So let's head over to the mill. And I definitely need, I'll probably do it off camera, I need to come up here and cut this meadow so I can get the composter running and the grass dryer running. So I need silage and compost. I'm probably going to get out of here as soon as we test the drill pipe so I can get this map uploaded. So Dixie and Farm Chick can have it. And that'll give me a dinner break. And if Dixie does not want to stream tonight, I'll come back and stream some more tonight. Alright, let's grab what drill pipe we have. 6 pallets, and our spawn point is working awesome. So let's go to long pallets, and let's test the trigger at the 1 of the 3 wells. Which means we have crates made now, so tonight we can start making earthworms. No, I can't because we don't have any compost. I have to get the grass cut. Alright, next priority is going to be getting the grass cut so I can get compost and silage. So I can't make earthworms without the compost. So that'll be our focus for tomorrow, is getting all of the fishing tested. I'll probably do it on the test map so I can cheat everything in so we can just get it done. I don't know if I'll do it on this save. We'll see. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in tomorrow. Before I get out of here, though, we may go test the animal dealer trigger before I forget. Because by the time I come back in the map tomorrow, I'm not going to remember. So we may do that real quick. Now, since the one oil well works, technically they should all work because I just replicated the same factory. But we're still going to go in and test triggers before we release it. Oh, perfect. So this oil well is going to work just fine. We could take this and start making plastic with it. Did this go live? It did. So it only makes crude oil. We're not getting plastic. That's going to be a problem. No, plastic's at the refinery. Never mind, I'm being an idiot. We're good. This is making crude oil like it should. But we could take the crude oil and start turning it into plastic. And we desperately need the plastic to test some other factories with. Too many factories, they all start blending together. Alright, we need to test the animal dealer trigger. I think this one is sheep. Let me just double check. Yeah, this one's my sheep pen. Let's buy the sheep pen. $300,000. I don't mind spending the money. Let's drop this trailer off in the yard. I am going to just lease an animal trailer because I don't like hauling animals around. I'm going to buy my animals at the pen, but we need to test the trigger at the dealer. So for the time being, I am just going to lease an animal trailer. And we're going to just buy a couple sheep and then return the trailer. Yeah, so let's just lease this guy. It's only going to cost us like $4,000. And that'll be one more trigger tested and off the list. I did not put in the animal buy silo, so this map does not have the silo built in that you can buy lime and fertilizer and animal feed in, so you're going to have to use the placeable one. And I don't even know if I have it in my mods folder, so we're not going to have any sheep food unless we buy the pallets. We could sell a little bit of gold off too to check that sell trigger. But I want to make sure we can get all of the animals here. Alright, perfect. So we have our pigs, we have the sheep, we have the cows, the horses, the ducks, the goats, the dogs, the chickens, and the donkey. Perfect. So we can actually buy all the animals. Alright, so this trigger is working. Let's grab some black and white sheep. And we'll get the rest of them at the pen. You should be able to just drive, instead of backing up, you should be able to just drive around. So we'll have to put the animal care silo down so we can buy some sheep food. Now, the triggers at the animal pen should all work because I didn't make any changes to them. They're identical to the islands map. So they all work in the islands map, so I shouldn't have to test any of the animal pens. Because this was built off of the islands map. Now, where do these go? Over here. Well, if I can back up straight, we still got the dialog box. Good. We have sheep. Okay, we have sheep, so that's working. There, we don't have any food for the sheep, but we have sheep. So I am going to, let's disconnect from there. I'm going to return that lease. So let's get that guy returned. So I don't have to test that trigger any longer. Do I have Wrong one. Let that save. And I'm going to get out of here in a very, very short few minutes. Do I have the placeable animal care silo in here? I don't think I have it in here. I'm going to have to throw it in my mods folder. I don't have the silo in here where we can buy animal feed and lime and all of that. I don't think I put it in here. We can buy the pallets, but I don't think I have the buy silo in here. I don't. I'll get it in here for the next. So we'll feed the shit. We'll feed the sheep next time we come in. I'm going to throw you all on ending soon so I can get this saved and uploaded. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Appreciate the new follows and the subs. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight or not. It just depends on how quickly this upload goes. I'll let y'all know. I don't, like I said, at this point, I don't know if I'll be back on tonight but I will definitely be back on tomorrow. Just not sure what time yet. So hope everyone has an awesome night, and I'll probably see you all tomorrow.